Hey everyone, Bruce here with DIY Homestead Projects. Today I'm going to show you in detail how I'm making these hinges for the 6-foot privacy fence gate. And all the components cost me about 25 bucks for the hinges. I went to the local hardware store and bought two 3-foot lengths of 1/8 inch by 1.5 inch flat bar. You can probably get it cheaper if you go to a steel supply shop, but at the time that was my best bet and I didn't need a lot of it. So I just bought two 3-foot pieces of this, and I cut those into 8 6-inch long pieces with my portable bandsaw. I just stacked them on top, clamped them to the side of my welding table and cut them 2 at a time. And then I went and drilled holes in them where I want the lag bolts to hold them to the 2x4s on the fence. I drilled these out first with like a small bit, and then I worked it up. Second time I drilled it out 1/4 inch because I'm going to put 1/4 inch lag screws in these holes. So you need 4 of these per hinge. So what's that? 2-foot piece will do 1 hinge. I'm doing 2 hinges, so I have 8 pieces. Now these hinges are Heavy Duty 4-inch weldable hinges. I bought them off of Amazon. Home Depot does carry these, but they didn't have any in stock when I was there, so I ordered them off of Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description below. I think I paid $5.50 per hinge, so it was like $11 shipped to the house for the 2 hinges. And these are really heavy duty, and they also have a non-removable pin. These are a little thicker than 1/8 of an inch. I think they're square 4 by 4. So the way this is going to go together is I need to weld 2 of these on each side of that hinge, like this. And these need to slip over a 2x4 that is on the fence, like this. And they'll bolt into the top and into the bottom. So how I'm going to get that situated and lined up is I'm just going to take this 2x4 piece, put my metal on the sides, then take this small clamp and clamp those together. That's just a cheapo, just a real cheap clamp. Doesn't need to be anything fancy, just something to hold this in place so I can get it tack welded onto the hinge. I can get it all straight. So that's exactly how they're going to fit on the fence. And then all I have to do is take my hinge. Now let me show you on this hinge. It'll open and then it hits a stop right there. So you want to close it so it has this little gap, and then the outside is where you want to weld these pieces. So I'm going to take it like this, set this up here on my welding table, and then get it clamped in place and weld that in position. Now the distance from this section, from the very front of these pieces to the hinge, you want that to be about a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is just take a tape measure and draw a line on there. Let me do that and I'll show you what it looks like. So once I got them cleaned up, I had to clean them all with acetone. And that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to try to TIG weld these, and I say try because I just bought a new TIG welder and I've never TIG welded before. So if that doesn't work out and I don't have the ability to do it with TIG, I'll do it with my flux core welder. But you can see those two lines, so I want to make sure that when I put that on there, I line it up just like this. Now notice this is a little bit wider, that 4-inch, but that's fine. That way I can get a good fillet weld on the edge as I get those welded on there. I'm going to get set up, see if I can get those welded together. This is what the hinges look like after I got them welded up, and I've determined that I need a lot of practice. But they're definitely strong enough to hold, and I put a coat of paint on them. I preferred flat black, but in this case that's all they had at the store was some gloss, so that's what they'll be. I'll put a little drop of oil on each one of them just to get rid of the squeaks, and then use them in my gate project. I'll be installing those on the gate today. I'm going to use these 1.5-inch lag screws. These are hot dipped galvanized. And then I'll just use a wrench like this, a ratchet, to put them on with. You could use a driver or something if you'd like, but this is what I'd like to use just so I don't over tighten them. I'll let you get a closer look, I guess. So I'm going to install my newly built hinges on the new opening. Then this is the fence, so you got 3 horizontal cross members. One hinge will go on the top and the other hinge will go on the bottom. And here's how they're going to fit up to the board there. They just slide on like that. I pound them on all the way. And then 2 lag bolts on the top and 2 on the bottom. And once you get the hinges installed, that's what they look like. And the gate will swing all the way open, so you'll have another horizontal piece that builds the gate. It'll go from the edge of this hinge, you know, so it clears this beam right here. So take that measurement, cut the board, bolt it in here. We'll have the same on the bottom. And then tying those two will be a vertical piece and then a diagonal from the top down to the bottom hinge. And you should be in pretty good shape. All right, here's what the gate looks like when it's completed. There's what the hinges look like when it's closed. This one's a little easier to see. And it'll completely open. And then from outside, it's really hard to tell there's a gate. And then you can just see the hinges if you get close enough. Well, if I look tired, it's because I am. Been working on this gate all day long. Anyway, it's good to have it done. If you guys like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up, and if you're interested in this sort of thing, fix it, DIY stuff around your homestead or home, consider subscribing to the channel. It'll really help me out. Until then, we'll see you guys on the next video.